Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is your personal reading. Thank you again for hitting me up for this reading. I'm excited to see what comes through for you. There's some beautiful messages. You are definitely still going through a huge transformation, I have to say, but things are headed in a really beautiful direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to look into your current energy. Then we're going to see what energy is leaving your situation. Then we're going to see what energy is coming in. We're going to see what's going on in your love life. We're going to see what the next step is there. We're going to see what's going on with your career and what the next step is there. And then we're going to look into your spiritual gifts and abilities. And then we're going to see what's going on with your spiritual journey and what the next step is there. So I have pulled up here your current energy. And what I'm seeing here is that your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. And I don't remember if that's a card I got for you last time, but it was definitely something I was feeling for you in your energy. It's like you're considering whether or not you should move. Maybe just into a new place that's more in alignment with you, or perhaps maybe traveling is some, like movement or traveling is something that you're thinking about. I just feel this movement energy around you. And this card looks pretty intense, but it really is more just talking about this transformation. It's talking about how sometimes in your life you have to let certain things go before you can open up for new change. And so it's like you're letting things go. And something that might have to go is where you're living. Maybe there's somewhere else out there that's better for you, and like maybe some of this change around you is kind of leading you to that realization. So it's definitely something to think about, because when I get this card, it's very literal. I don't see it all the time, but I've been seeing it lately for so many people, and I just think it's an energy in the collective. We're being called to move to a direction that's better suited for us, and like more on the next vibe. So next we're going to go ahead and see what energy is leaving your life. And so definitely there's been some things you've been trying to manifest. So maybe your home is one of them. So maybe this is a sign like, look, this is coming. So don't be afraid, like as you're going through these changes right now, like what lies on the other side is everything you've been asking for. This card says, you're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And I haven't read this one from the book in a while, so I'm thinking, you know what, let's just read this. Let's do this. So this card reads, a large part of my power stems from my connection to animals and nature. If you've been indoors too long, you can recapture your personal power by simply stepping outside. This simple motion will do you a world of good in reawakening your sleeping, magical, spiritual nature. Allow the light of the sun, the moon, and the stars to stir ancient memories that may be dormant. Recall the times of your magical abilities, and then put them to use immediately for the good of the entire planet. Resume the mission that was once aborted through the misdeeds of past time leaders. Take up your spiritual arms and move with swift speed into the night, awakening one and all to the magic that is life itself. That is so beautiful. So I am seeing like that you do, like they're saying, get outside, of course, and experience the beauty and reacquaint yourself with your true nature. But I'm also seeing here like this need for you to realize that all is in divine order and all is well. Like there's this worry and this stress around you. And this is a card that's saying like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and so they're really wanting you to have faith and patience through this time. Because you're going through a huge transformation. I don't say that lightly, you know, it's something I talk about a lot on the channel, but it's because a lot of people who come to me are usually at this point in their life, and I've been through this, which is why I'm like so passionate about sharing. I went through it probably about 2 years ago, like this huge transformation, spiritual awakening is what I call it. And so it was where like I awakened to my gifts, and I awakened to oh my gosh, so much. I could just go on a tangent about it, but I awakened to my connection with divine and all it is, basically. And I feel like that's what's happening here. You're having this awakening, and you're having a transformation. So it says, you're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. This green man is a sign that there's like a lot of fertility, a lot of creativity, a lot of passion in you at this time. It's very much a time where you need to decide like where you want to flow next. I see that certain decisions have been made, and so now you're kind of wrapping up your intentions and getting to a place where you're going to be taking action and then being open to receive those intentions, if that makes sense. So next we're going to go ahead and see what's going on in love for you. So I see right now, they're saying surrender your will, because right now what's more important is that there's this side of you that's being developed. You do have gifts. You're an empath. You have some type of healing art you can offer. Or you could just be very good with children. I'm feeling this. I'm very good with children. It's part of being a healer. So I feel like this is very much you. You know, people who are healers, they make really good nurses. They make really good massage therapists, acupuncturists. I know the healers who give henna tattoos. You know, people who do nails, who like to do self-care on people. Some healers I know like to act and like to sing and like to dance, and they're artists, and like sometimes these people are just really good at one thing, or they have like 5 different things they can do. But like me, like I'm gifted with fashion, and I love healing people through just like creating beauty and sharing that with people and that experience. And I also, love to share uplifting words, and I love to comfort people. I'm just not one of those people who wants to tear anyone or anything down. Like, I really just want to support and uplift, and that's my nature. And so, like, I'm doing that through this. But basically, there's many ways I can use my gifts. There's many ways you can use your gifts. There's many ways everyone can use their gifts. And this card is saying, like, something you're gifted at is, like, helping and counseling and healing. So there's something here, like, you can be using. And it could just be something that you use for yourself. I know people who are empaths and who are very gifted, but they just use their healing gifts and their abilities to help themselves and maybe like their friends or anyone who comes on their path. And then they have a traditional lifestyle where they've chosen to like have a 9-to-5 job and like do that whole thing, and like they're happy and they are like working in a field or in a career for a company that feels in alignment for them. And they're living a life that's in alignment. Some people decide to like go all out and like become a life coach and like do that whole thing and become a YouTuber and make that their life. Or some people decide to be like kind of more traditional healer, like, become a doctor or a nurse. Basically what I'm trying to tell you to do is be like more open-minded here with how you're going to be using your gifts and implementing this. And anyone who's watching, just be open-minded. I have a pick a card reading called What Are Your Psychic and Spiritual Gifts? So here on this channel, if you go to my playlist, you'll see a pick a card readings, and if you scroll through, you'll find one that says pick a card reading, what are your psychic and spiritual gifts? And that, I've heard, is pretty accurate. But definitely like do your own research by just experiencing yourself. And as you go through life, there's certain gifts like you uncover, and there's certain talents. I mean, you're born with like these seeds of potential planted in you. Like there's certain things you have a predisposition to, and you should definitely like explore that. So yes, this is huge for you. I've been pulling this card a lot for a lot of people who've been watching the channel, and what I'm seeing is that for the reason this is coming up in your love life is because this is the focus of your life right now. They really want you to start new projects related to these gifts that you have. And it could be something small, like for me, like when I first started really working on my styling business that I've developed, and I use it as an example all the time because like I'm proud of like how far I've come. I still have a lot of goals and plans that hopefully I'll be able to share with you guys, achieving those too. But first, you just got to start with your ideas. First, you just got to know like what you want. And so I would just doodle and make little things about like being a stylist, and like I just used colors and like just kind of used my intuition and little doodles and things like that. This is when I was getting the concept for Rainbow Harmony. I'm just realizing I just love colors. But anyways, the point is, it's like you need to take some time to explore yourself. We've been talking a lot on the channel lately about like mood boarding and about giving yourself the time to daydream and fantasize and like just to be free and not limit yourself by thinking like, oh, but that would cost a bunch of money, or oh, but I don't know anybody who does that, or oh, I have to go back to school and then I'd have to move and then I don't go there. Don't limit yourself. Just like let yourself dream, and then like you can make your decision and then just go one step at a time. Like everything you need will come. It's so true. You take one step and the next comes to you, and we waste a lot of our valuable, precious time here on this earth worrying, and it's just our human nature. And believe me, you guys, I have not transcended this at all. I have not transcended worry. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have a lot of fears on this journey, especially wanting to explore like your gifts and your talents. It's just, you can be very vulnerable, but they're saying be open, because there's a lot of blessing that wants to come through this. There's a lot of fun and excitement, and like when you're living in your authentic nature, it's so fun and it's so freeing, and there's nothing better. So very interesting. Excuse me, I just practiced singing, so my voice is all like, "Rrr." I always do that to like open my throat chakra. So we're looking at love, and I just don't see anything in your love life in the near future, because like you're gonna awaken to this first. And I'm seeing the next step for you is like they're just saying you need to be on your own and independent and like balance yourself and your emotions, and like this is a really beautiful time in your life for you to explore yourself on your own. I'm not gonna say this is gonna last for like 20 years, but they're not showing me anything with your love life, because I don't think that's the focus right now. So next we're going to move on to your career, and they're really wanting you to do what makes you happy. This is the ecstasy card, and it represents just like being fulfilled, and I think it's also a sign that like once you find fulfillment in this area of your life with like your career, your soul mission, your life purpose, you'll be attracting to you, like you'll be more in your authenticity and be attracting to you someone into your life that's like more on that vibe. And they're saying spend time near bodies of water, such as a lake, a river, or an ocean, to receive insight for your career and to receive guidance on how you're going to basically be using these gifts you have, helping and healing. Speaking of gifts, let's see what, oh, never mind, that's later. I'm just like so anxious to keep talking about that, but we're still on your career. And so what's the next step? The next step is leaving a difficult time behind, and they're wanting you to have compassion. I feel like they're just kind of wanting you to be open-minded about where you can take your life. If someone would have told me a year or two ago that I was going to be like a clairvoyant consultant like I am now, I would have been like, what does that even mean? And I would have laughed. But now, I don't know, like I laugh because I love this so much and I feel so connected to this, and I'm like really excited to see what I can do with this and where I can take it. And I'm loving this whole everything it stands for, and I feel like that's where you need to get. You need to get to a place to where like you know who you are, you like can develop your brand and your business, and like whatever that is, whatever gifts or product or service you want to offer, have compassion for yourself and release judgment, and like believe you can do it too. Because to be honest with you, like I'm still working on my self-esteem. I know I seem so confident here on this channel, but that's just because I got the divine flowing through me and I really do love this, and I have this gift, you know, with speaking and stuff, but it doesn't mean that I'm not, you know, I don't have moments where my self-esteem is just awful, and I know what that's like. I still wonder every day, like literally before I hit play on this very video, I was wondering, can I do this? Am I going to be good enough for this? And like, am I worthy? Like our ego keeps those fears playing sometimes on a loop, and like what we have to do is we have to fight back basically, you know? We have to confront those fears and say, you know what, no, like I am worthy, and like why not? Life, like tell yourself life's too short to not do what you love, and guess what? You can fail doing what you don't love. So you might as well try doing what you love and you'll enjoy it, and if you fail, who cares? It's not about failure, it's not about like success, like that's all relative. It all matters if like you're having fun and if you're happy, and like that's all that matters. And it's freeing when you can live your life that way and take all that stress and pressure off of yourself having to achieve something. It's important to set big goals, but then just let everything go and just take little steps. One step at a time. And I love you guys, everyone who's been commenting. I love you guys too. I think it's so sweet. Everyone's always like, I love you. I love you guys too, and I think it's awesome that you guys are always saying baby steps. That's something everyone's always repeating back to me, is like one step at a time, baby steps, and like that's totally something we all have to remind each other here, is one step at a time. So next we're gonna go ahead and move on to your spiritual gifts and abilities, and I find it so interesting that the love card is coming out here. I think it's because you've really been gifted with this unconditional love. I feel it in you, because like your emails to me are so normal. Like you're just like telling me what you want and we're like, okay, let's do this. But I don't know, I feel your energy, and even in your writing, like you are the kind of person that like doesn't have a bad bone in your body. Like you wouldn't. Sorry, I'm like trying to draw you another card here at the same time as I'm like channeling. Give me a second. Yeah, you have a lot of gifts. You have a lot of gifts. And there's so many paths you can choose, and there's so many different ways you can use these gifts. And this is actually, it's not really a problem, but it becomes a problem when you get stuck in indecisiveness for too long. And so I feel like for you, that's kind of why it's taken you a while to kind of find your way in this journey. And the most important thing is to just keep trying things and keep exploring yourself, because that's what life is all about. And it's okay if you do something for like 3 years and get super into it and then like just stop and then try something else. I mean, obviously you want to pick something that's you can have some longevity with, and but you've also got to trust yourself. Sometimes part of the journey is just trying something, and like maybe you move on from it and then you evolve to the next thing. And like it's crazy how my fashion career evolved over the years. Like first I was a writer, and then I was like a creative director, and then like an editor, and I had my own magazine, and like I was like writing for other publications and doing advertising work and stuff like that. And I've tried all different hats on in the entertainment industry, and now I'm doing my fashion styling and creative direction, and it's cool. Like I learned what jobs in the industry worked best for me, and like what I was good at and where my passion and my heart was. But I wouldn't have learned that trying all the other things. And so I feel like you need to like try all the things. That's like a message here in this card. Try all the things and like whatever. Just have fun. We should put that on a shirt. Whatever, just have fun. Can you guys tell I'm like a valley girl? I'm from the valley. You can take the girl out of the valley, but you can't take the valley out of the girl. So another spiritual gift of yours is astral projection. It's a type of telepathy. You're probably just like, what? Back up. Okay, so this is my spiritual gift deck. And what I decided to do is pull a card to see like what's gonna help you like with all of these natural gifts and talents that you have, because there's like so much here. I'm just like, whoa. You are very musical. You know, maybe if you're like musical, I've never tried playing instruments, then you should try. And it's never too late to learn. Or writing or singing, because I'm seeing like writing, like poetry, singing, letters. You're really good at like saying thank you to people and writing thank you letters, and like writing, like expressing like kindness and love and gratitude. And like these are definitely gifts you can use in so many different ways, you know. And so I'm seeing you have this gift here with the spiritual gifts of astral projection, which is basically a type of telepathy. You're a vivid dreamer and a vivid meditator. So you're able to leave your body to receive information. So this is like a clue. Since you're so gifted in basically meditation, you should be meditating. You should be using that gift and cultivating it. And if you didn't know that you had a gift with it, then you should definitely spend more time meditating. I bet you have a very vivid imagination. And so I've been recommending this to so many people lately, but this is selenite. It's like this really awesome crystal. It's very affordable, and hopefully I'll have a web shop soon and you'll be able to like get crystals and all these cool stuff. But this basically like check it out. What I'm doing is I'm like clearing you right now, so just take deep breaths as you look at this. There we go. And you wave it in front of your third eye, like the space between your eyebrows, and it'll help clear you. And I feel like that's going to help you right now, because there's a lot that wants to be expressed. And there's like this confusion here with like how to move forward, and you can get lost in all of this. And trust me, I know from experience, because like I'm creative and I have a lot of gifts and there's so many different ways I can use them, but what you need here is like focus, and you need intention. And so first they're just wanting you to try all the things. Like when I was in a point where I was doing that, I went out and bought all these art supplies. I bought paint, I got these tarot cards, I tried all these different things. I started trying to do makeup and expand in hair and like expand my styling business, and I started meeting new people, and like it was cool. Like I brought a lot of new energy into my life. I started cultivating and developing new gifts, and that's what I see you need to do. Like you need to bring in new energy, try new things, purchase tools, like don't be wasteful. Remember, always be sustainable and eco-friendly. Maybe look for like used instruments, or like items that have natural products if possible, or like, you know, not as much packaging. That's like my eco fashion plug, I guess. But you know, get the tools and everything and get ready to just experience and express yourself. And I see that you're supposed to be doing journaling and like writing, and like writing about every day, like journaling about your day and like what experiences were positive. Like write about the positive experiences you have every day, just that. And like different gifts and talents that you're discovering. Like if you went on a walk and you like that, like write it down, like I went on a walk today, and then like do that more. You know, if you try something new, document the experience. Like everything that you do, that you try, even if it's like you just tried finger painting or something silly, like write about it. And so it's going to help get that side of your brain going again. It's going to help you, it's going to really help bring new energy in. And yeah, definitely watch this video again. There's so much information coming through for you. So let's move on. Next, we're going to see what is going on with your spiritual journey and what the next step is. And they're saying like there's this light growing in you, and this light represents your passion and your energy, and you're being gifted like more energy. And as far as like what you're supposed to do next in your spiritual journey, they're just like, stand up for yourself and what you believe is right. Like if you feel like it's important for you to take a next step in a certain area of your life, or to try something new, do it. You don't need permission from anyone. That's something that a lot of people come to me for, basically. A lot of people are coming and doing these readings and looking for permission. And that's what I was like for so long in my journey. And that's a whole other story of why I felt like I needed to look for permission for stuff. But whatever the reason is for you, you don't need permission to live the beautiful, abundant life that you deserve. You deserve love, you deserve joy, you deserve peace, you deserve harmony, and you are a very kind, beautiful person, and there's a lot of goodness that wants to come your way. And so there's divine intervention coming into your life, and the divine intervention is positive. And I've been getting some really positive messages lately for some of the people that have been hitting me up. Some of you guys out there, seriously, like good things are coming, so just believe it. So we're going to get into an overall message for you. They're saying you need to reach out and make new connections. Put yourself out there and put your gifts out there. Don't be afraid to share the work that you make and that you create. They're saying have patience. There are opportunities coming, and like you might seem like things are at a standstill, but when the opportunity comes, you'll know when to pounce on it. Right now, as you explore and you develop yourself, you're going to need to have boundaries. There's some people in your life who might just be draining your energy. And they're saying, love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. And also, love yourself enough to say no to, like, your thoughts, like, demand on your time and energy. Because sometimes you stress yourself out and you get all worried, you know, we all do. and those thoughts steal and rob our joy in the moment. It's important to like confront those thoughts and fears, but not to let them fester. And I feel like they're saying stay grounded, because stay in your playful energy, stay in your joy, stay in your light, and that's gonna help you right now. So how about we just pull one more card for you? You got the Triton card. This card says, a time of great reward and abundant blessings is about to unfold. These changes will manifest in ways that may surprise you, so hold faith. Yay! I'm excited for this. I'm so thankful that you hit me up for this reading. Definitely let me know what you think, and anyone else who's watching, feel free to let me know if this resonated with you as well, and check out the description below to find out how you can book a personal reading from me. I do have some openings. If you want to receive your video by Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, I have some openings for this week. Peace out.